Hey there, hopefuls, and welcome back to another episode of the Hopeful Simplicity Podcast. I am Melissa, your host, and today we are talking about cleaning supplies and all those bathroom extras. The bathroom often ends up storing everything you ever buy, along with some extra toiletries, backups, overflow, and all sorts of things that can really take over your valuable space. And honestly, that's a huge problem. It makes the daily cleaning harder as well as just functioning on the day-to-day in your bathroom space. And honestly, we need this to be easier, right? Not harder. And so by the end of this episode, you'll know which supplies belong in the bathroom and which ones don't. And bonus, how to create simple systems for some of those supplies as well as the extras. The bathroom backlog and pile up and all the things, right? It's beyond the too many cleaners and too little space stories that we tell ourselves. It's too many cleaners, whether it's we want to try something new. Oh, this is on sale. We're going to buy a bunch because it's on sale. So you have duplicates. You have duplicates in the same zone. Like, oh, this one was on sale and it's a new scent. Maybe I'll give it a try. But then you bring it home and you're like, maybe I don't even like it. What do I do with it, right? Oh, I just opened this bottle. What am I supposed to do with it? I'm just going to stick it here with the cleaning supplies. So it may be a duplicate of you have a product that serves a purpose, or you have a duplicate because what you usually use, you've bought multiple of from a really good sale, from a bulk store shopping spree, or even from the I didn't remember I had it, so I bought it again, air quote, just in case. And I know some of you just eye rolled hard on that just in case moment, because I don't like cleaning, right? If I'm cleaning and it's obvious that I'm cleaning with intention to get this out, watch out, world. But other than that, it's just fine. I have to clean it because it's a routine and habit. But other than that, it's not serving any purpose other than the mental checkload of this is done. My space may be less ick. But honestly, it's a bathroom. So it's going to be ick either way. And I live with males. And I'm not saying this to bash or blah, blah, blah. But he's a teenager. Like, the ick is just built-in factors. And I'm not always the friendliest about being clean. So whether you have duplicates because of any of those reasons, or just because you have duplicates, that's a huge pile on and backlog of bathroom products that we don't need. It's just too many things taking up what feels like a small space. Maybe you have those random backups. You're like, you know what? I bought this because I want to try it on sale, but I don't normally like the lavender. I normally like the original scent. So I got that just in case I need an extra backup. What? Why do we do that? Why do we intentionally buy things we may or may not like just in case? And we already have a backup plan, right? Like, I think it's Steve Harvey that says, I'm not doing a plan B because that's setting me up to let plan A fail. And so that can apply to various aspects. I know that's pretty deep for cleaning products in the bathroom, but think about it. Like, if you go and you want to try this new lavender scented window glass cleaner, and most of your cleaning products get stored in the bathroom spaces, you're like, I really want to try it. I want to be out of my comfort zone. But you have years of experience in telling you do not like lavender scented products. So you're going to buy a backup just in case. If any part of your being says, I need a backup just in case, skip the first step. Don't buy the product you need a backup for. There are times and spaces and products. It's okay to stick with what you like. If it's not broke, why are we changing it? I have used the same shampoo and conditioner for years. Same with my all-purpose cleaner and my homemade glass and window cleaner. All of these things I like using. So I don't need a backup. I don't need an alternative in case. I'm not tempted by a sale because I may or may not want to try something. I have what I like. I use what I like. The rest is just too much. So if you're ever tempted with those just in case energies, so just in case vibes of, I'm going to buy this just in case I want to back up for that. Don't get that. I'm going to buy this because it's on sale. Don't. No, your space comes first. Your organized life and less stress living come first. And if you put those first, you're going to save yourself the space. You're going to eliminate some of the stress. And you get to keep that money in your pocket. So not only is fewer products saving your space and saving your money, it's easier to deal with in the day-to-day life. It's easier to care for that space because you don't have the backlog of pile products happening with all these cleaners and bottles and extras. And it goes beyond the cleaners, right? Maybe you buy toilet paper in bulk and that just happens to live in the same space as your bathroom cleaning products. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to love your space enough to not jeopardize it with the duplicates, with the extras, with the backups, with all these things that create clutter and stress and build into what makes that space feel too small. If your bathroom feels like a supply closet, go ahead and hit pause here for just a second. Click the link in the show notes and start your free trial to the Hopeful Simplicity Library today. It comes packed with step-by-step guidance, audio recordings, and tons of member resources like resets, declutter challenge, organizing guides, sustaining charts, even space tour guides to really help you hone in on how you want each space of your home to feel. So click the link in the show notes, start your free library trial today. What belongs in the cleaning product space of the bathroom? What you use is the simplest answer. Like, what are you using? Keep those 1 to 2, maybe 3 products that you use for the bathroom space in the bathroom spaces. Under the sink, basket back of the door, tucked on the bottom of the linen closet, wherever that air quote cleaning supply section is for your bathroom. That's what you keep there, right? You're not keeping laundry detergent there. You're not keeping dish soap there. You're not keeping all the cleaning products. I always love recommending, and this is how we live in our houses, there's a cleaning basket on each floor. So in the basement has its own cleaning basket. The upstairs has its own. And then the mid-floor has its own. That way no products get crossed. And then the extras, like the dish soap, is kept under the sink in a separate section from the cleaning caddy. So if you have a cleaning caddy with those basics, right, with your multi-purpose cleaner, your glass and mirror surface cleaner, and maybe a fabric cleaner or air fresher, right? Because sometimes you like to maybe you do the shower curtain, like you take it down and wash it once a quarter or once a month. But every week when you do the bathroom cleaning, you like to hit it with that little air freshener vibes, right? So that could be part of your cleaning caddy, but only keep what you need there. That's what belongs there. Keep it simple, right? And we do not need those expired bottles, those crusty top bottles, those I used it once because I wanted to try it, but I don't like it bottles. We're not keeping those. And I'm going to focus mostly on cleaners. While there are other products here, we'll touch on those throughout this episode, but we also in other episodes. So if you have the backup supplies of your toilet paper, paper towels, tissues, rags, things like that, in your cleaning products section, they better be zoned very specifically. But we're talking products. What bottle or rag am I grabbing to clean the mirror? If one sticks out, the others that are of that same use and purpose, those can go. Now, if they are not open and they are within a date, if there's a date listed, check with your local shelters and stuff. Like, we've got some rehome shelters and centers in our area that prepare people or help people, like if they've lost their house or there's been an emergency or they're preparing them for the next phase of life. Sometimes they'll take cleaners and things like this. So check with your area. If you've got some that are unopened and not expired, if they were those I want to try them on sale products, it's a great thing to gift forward. If you know moving out of the house age people, it's a great basket for them to get. Go to the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store option, grab a broom, a dustpan, and some spray bottles and some rags, toss your extras in there. Ta-da, housewarming gift, you're welcome. Like, Those are options for those products that you're like, dang it, I didn't even use them. What am I supposed to do with them? Gift them forward, but we're not keeping them as clutter in your space. And we're not going to store them for just in case future purposes. No, you're now in your organized life processes. This is part of the process. You're going to simplify the space. Expired, outgrown, unused. Best being unused. It's not open. It's unused. Goodbye. And we can get rid of the extras. If it's those bulk extras, those bulk paper products that we talked about earlier, store them somewhere else. Move them to the top shelf of the linen closet. Only keep your one refill. Only keep your one roll, heck, even of paper towels in your cleaning basket. The rest, rehome. Top of the linen closet, shelf in the laundry room, under the sink in the bathroom if you have space, in the cabinet over the toilet over the bathroom if you have space. But those extra things that you really don't need when you're reaching for cleaning products, those extra, sometimes bulky items, you don't need them with this small section, with this zone. We are simplifying it down to what are you grabbing when you're going to clean? What are the Care for Space products, multi-purpose or single use, whichever, cleaners, bottles, products that you are reaching for? That's what's going to stay here. Everything else, it's getting simplified out. Because we want to separate the cleaning from the personal care. We want to make sure that the cleaning is its own zone. It's its own thing. So we're not keeping the backup shampoo in the cleaning zone. That has its own refill zone over there. This is the cleaning spot. These are my cleaners. These are my products that I get to ick out my bathroom with. That's what we're simplifying with this episode. We're simplifying down to what are the purpose cleaners that we are keeping and the products we actually enjoy using. That's what's staying in the zone. Now, as we move into sorting, it's a whole different beast, but we're only sorting what's left, right? We're only sorting what we like, what we actually use, and what has remained from step one. So you got rid of it, right? You got rid of the things, you simplified it, you decluttered what doesn't serve you. Now we get to sort it. Now we get to move into creating a space that, okay, while I may or may not like cleaning, I do know that bottle with the super large label that says all-purpose cleaner on it is the thing I like. Joys, right? We make our own products here, our own cleaning products. So everything has matching bottles. Surprise! But they are like the glass, super thick glass tinted brown bottles with the nice sprayer with the different settings of like, do I want a single stream or do I want a misty stream? I don't even know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean? Like bin spray stream. I love those bottles. I have backups of those bottles in my backup space because me, is graceful and it has knocked those bottles once or twice on a corner or just graceful hand grabs and broken them. But I know I like them. So those bottles stay in my cleaning caddies. One on each floor. They have big old labels on them. So whether I'm cleaning or he's cleaning or somebody comes to visit or stay here because we're out of town and they're cleaning, it's obvious. Each floor has its own caddy. Each caddy has very obvious labeled bottles and the rags inside to go with. Maybe you have different colored bottles. Maybe you have all clear bottles so you can see like the level of what's inside. Maybe you don't make your own and you just buy what you like. Like if you like a certain brand and a certain scent of ... for your cleaning stuff, do that. Just make sure it's obvious for everybody. So if you're going to get 3 or 4 different kinds of bottles from the store, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have no judgment or anything toward that. Just make sure it's obvious for whoever's reaching in there. Now I know I just got a few more eye rolls again. We're like, whoever's reaching in there. Are you kidding, Melissa? Because I'm the only one that ever cleans his start house. I get it. I do. I've been there, lived there, and there are still weeks where if I have to remind you one more time, for the love of Pete, child of mine, right? I still have those moments. Do not misunderstand. But when you have a zone with multiple things in it, just make sure it's very obvious what each thing is for and what stays there. I'm not saying you have to label the cleaning caddy, although you can. Do you, boo. But make sure that it says all-purpose cleaner somewhere on there. Or it says glass cleaner, upholstery cleaner. Make it not smell like that smell spritzer. whatever it is. I know some people they get their cleaning caddies, they get the various products, but they've replaced the lids. So when you buy like spray bottles here and there, a lot of those lids and like the screw tops, especially like the spritzer lids, are interchangeable in a way. So you can always be like, every single time I do that, I swap it out. So the upholstery cleaner is always the green lid. That is super micro sorting. Like, don't get me wrong, it is super micro sorting because every single thing has a little bitty thing, right? Which is micro sorting, one step retrieval. Where macro sorting, you can toss them all in there because you don't mind looking, right? Like, one step put away is that macro need. I want to just drop all the cleaning products in here. All the cleaning products are here. Check, check, check. Grab the basket, move on. Let's go. Right? Where if you want to micro sort it, you want to find it in one step, less digging type energy. Ooh, green lid is always upholstery. Blue lid is always me. Whatever works for you and your family and your home team, whatever works for you. But we are focusing on this is what we kept. This is how we're using it. So if you need one spot for just in-use cleaning products, so this zone stays very minimal, less cluttered, less tempting to open a new bottle, that's cool. Do you. And then keep your backup somewhere else. Keep the overflow elsewhere. Relocate it to a different storage area so it's less confusing and more organized. Because if it's got more options, even if it's the same bottle, like let's say you have 3 of the all-purpose cleaner, right? One's in use. You got 2 for backup. Congratulations, right? It was on sale at the box store. So you just got the 2-pack because it was literally the same price as the 1-pack. I would do it too if I had the space. But let's take those extra dupes and put them somewhere else. Let's remove the temptation of whatever temptation it could be. Ooh, it's a shiny new thing. I want to open it. Great. Now I have 2 of the open thing. I've got to go backwards a step, right? I got to simplify my space again. We're not going backward. We're not doing that. We are making sure this cleaning product zone stays simple, stays minimal in a way, only has what's in use and what you actually like. The relocation of the overflow, the relocating the backups, those extra supplies, that's where you pull from to fill in, right? That could be your weekly habit, which we'll talk about sustaining in a bit. But that could be part of it. But right now, I want you to focus on sorting it and organizing it for your success. Maybe you get one of those caddies with the multiple little holes in it, right? So you've got 3 or 4 different spots. Each spot has one thing, right? The all-purpose cleaners always goes on the upper left corner, right? The window and glass cleaner always goes in the upper right corner when I'm holding the caddy this way. Or maybe you got a bucket you carry around, a dish pan with a handle. All the cleaners go in there, and that's up to you and what works for you guys. That's sorting it for your success. And then don't be afraid to change it if you notice that that works-ish, but it could be better. Don't be afraid to change it in the future. There's nothing wrong with adjusting your spaces. That's why we have check-ins built in to a whole full organized life, which is, again, part of the sustaining set, which we'll talk about in just a bit. So as you're sorting, I want you to think, how am I going to use this? Who all is going to use this? And what styles do we need? Do we need those one-step putaways or that one-step retrieval? Do we need clear bottles, big old labels, so it's visually obvious of all the parts and products? Or do they need to be kind of solid colored, hidden-ish? Because I don't want to have to look at it all. I'm fine with reading the label as long as I don't have to see everything all at once. I'm going to pause here for just a moment and ask, what's one cleaning product in your bathroom space that you never use? Go ahead and make a commitment to yourself to remove that product today. You have simplified, right? You've decluttered everything that does not serve your current lives when it comes to your cleaning products and the cleaning zone of the bathroom. You have sorted. You've got a system sorted and organized. You know it's set up based on styles and for your success. So let's keep it that way. Let's keep it clear of the clutter and sorted. successfully. And how do we do that? Oh, wait, that's what I'm for. We do that by setting those habits and routine and maintenance steps, right? Schedule them, put it on a habit page, put it on a checklist, set a phone reminder, whatever works for you, bit of both, all of the above. We do it daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. Now, I'll be real honest. I am not often in a cleaning, often being not, most weeks I'm not in the cleaning basket daily. That being said, the daily check to make sure while I wasn't grabbing something and I didn't knock into it, I didn't push it over, I didn't drop, fidget, wonk, whatever, that happens, right? Maybe I'm reaching into the linen closet, I bumped the cleaning basket, I may not have realized it as I was grabbing the beach towels out. So just more often than not on a daily basis, just make sure it ain't wonky. Like if you're cleaning something from your bathroom cleaning supplies section zone, just make sure it's okay. Every week, it gets a lot more attention each week because that's when I pull the basket out and it's in use. So keeping it clear and having those daily, weekly checks and in use steps helps keep it clear. And it really keeps you motivated to not clutter it up. You replace as needed instead of buying in bulk. Weekly system could be making sure the products are full, right? Making sure your basket is full. Your zone is ready to go for the next week. Oh, the window cleaner was low last week. I'm going to refill it being the zone, the section, the cleaning supply product. I'm going to go ahead and refill it this week. So if I need the second bottle, the next time I clean the mirrors and stuff is there. I don't have to stop mid-habit and go find it. So that weekly check-in while you're cleaning, just add the refill your section. Make sure your products are ready. If you use the end of it, add it to the grocery list or put it in your cart on your app. Whichever works for you, have that part of your routine and habit. Now, maybe the upholstery cleaner doesn't get used every week. Maybe it's just a once a month thing. Add that to your monthly habit. Add that to your consistent, sustaining step to make sure your cleaning products are available and handy and clutter-free, and that zone is set up. That zone is ready to go. You're keeping it simple, but you're keeping it successful. That's the point of the third part of the 3S method. Sustaining steps is making sure it's working. Making sure what you have you need, right? Like what you need that you actually have. Making sure that it is sustaining and supporting your organized life. Quarterly, yearly, those are different beasts. Maybe just once a year, you get a new basket. You go on the back to school season and get a new caddy and swap yours out. Because cleaning products, right? They drip, they drizzle, you put your dirty rag in there, whatever. Or just make sure that it hasn't been bumped, dinged, cracked, got a hole in it, drippy, breaky, those handles. Like if you have to grab the handle of your cleaning caddy and it's questionable, so you have to put your hand underneath and make sure it doesn't break, that is your sign. That is why we do this sustaining step. So once a year, you just replace the basket. Once a quarter, you do your refills. You remake your products. If you're like us, you remake your products. It tends to be about once a quarter for us. A little less on the upholstery cleaner, but a little more sometimes on the all-purpose cleaner, just depending on the mood and the season and the stress level of life. But those are the steps of the sustaining and organized life. You have to make sure you have the systems in place to keep the zone successful. But you're also not going to be afraid to, in 6 months, when you're doing your bathroom check-ins, when you're re-listening to these episodes, to switch it up, to change it, to modify what may or may not be working for the space. Yeah, you know what? The bottles, the various bottles, they work, right? They don't not work. We like the products inside. We use them. But I think it's super cute when all the bottles match. So maybe on your check-in, you update it where you get all the matching glass bottles. You can still use the products, just pour them in the bottle, right? Don't forget to get your funnel. And a lot of the time, the pretty glass bottles come with a funnel, just so you know. But don't be afraid to adjust as you're doing the sustaining step. When you're doing your space check-in, yeah, you're going to do your quick declutter. Oh, that empty bottle's still here. How is that still here? I thought I threw it out. Toss it out. Great. That's why you've checked in with the space, right? This is sorted, but it could be sorted better. It could be sorted differently. It could be a little more successful. Don't be afraid to add that to your sustaining mental checklist. So when you're physically checking in with the space, you're mentally okay with just, you know what, this is my space. I'm going to make sure it's working to its best ability to serve us. This space is supposed to be my cleaning product zone. This space is going to be a successful cleaning product zone. Do not be afraid to make it work for you. And then once it's working for you, you're less likely to clutter it back up. You're less likely to overbuy or to be tempted by I might want to try products. I'm not going to say you're going to enjoy cleaning more than you do, but you will enjoy the ease of the cleaning product zone. Your bathroom does not, and I repeat, does not need to be a supply warehouse of cleaning products. By simplifying the cleaners and all those extras, sorting them into easy systems for your success, and sustaining them with the habits and check-ins, you'll have more space with less stress. So next episode, we're going to zoom out to see the bathroom as a functional whole space. Maybe a spa zone where you can relax and recharge. Or just a zone that doesn't stress you out so you can have a little extra longer, hotter shower. Whichever works for you. We're going to zoom out and check out that bathroom as a functional whole. Don't forget to click the link in the show notes and grab your Core 4 Declutter Challenge. And click the other link to check out and start your free trial to the Hopeful Simplicity Library with guided audios and tons of member resources. That's it for this one. Until next time, stay hopeful,